Okay, so welcome everyone. We've talked about planting seeds and planting stuff in the garden, and now we're talking about giving them some goodies as they grow. So I tend to use a whole variety of different things, but I use quite often a veggie compost tea. So this is a recipe from a lady called Elaine Ingram, and she's kind of the compost tea guru. So we'll go through the recipe and then Beck's going to help me put one together. Cool. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 20 litres of H2O of water, 30 mils of fish hydrosulfate, except I always say that wrong, so you can pronounce that however you like. 60 mils of liquid kelp. I've actually got some dried kelp because I couldn't get any liquid kelp. 10 mils of molasses to feed all the bacteria we're going to put in there. 200 grams of compost. And then we're going to aerate that for 24 to 36 hours before it's ready to put on the garden. Basically, you can put it on as a foliar spray or you can put it on the soil. And what we're doing is we're taking the bacteria, the good bacteria that's in that compost that we made, we're feeding it with all of this lovely stuff. It's multiplying 3 or 4 times, and then we're putting that on the garden. So it's making a really big boost of compost fertilizer. I'm going to multiply it by 3. So I use a old wheelie bin that I've got. I find this especially handy because I can wheel it around the garden, which makes it a bit easier for dispersal of stuff. You need to make sure it's quite cleaned out from the last lot that you did. And I've put 60 litres of water in there. So we're now going to look at some... we'll do it in order. Some fish hydrosulfate, whatever that is, and we're going to get 30 times 3. What's that, Rebecca? 30 times 3.
90.
Of course it's
Well
90.
done.
So we'll put our recipe over there and I can send you a copy of it. So we're going to get 90 mils of the fish, and I'm going to get Rebecca to do this because it stinks to high heaven. So there's a 30 mil little container there. I bought it in bulk, which is going to, I'm going to bought it in bulk, which is going to last me for the rest of my life. But to make it easier, I just put it in a few little milk containers. So come on over here in case we spill it. 1, 30, 60. What does it smell like, Beck? Oh, just you wait. 90. Have a whiff. Beautiful stuff, isn't it?
Tasty.
Tasty. Okay, the next thing we're going to add is some powdered kelp. So we've got 60 mils for 20 litres of water. So 60 times 3, we need about 180 mils. So that's going to be 5 of these. No, 6 of them. 1. Not a hard thing to do. This is like adding your salt and pepper to your mix. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got my fish from Green Life Soil Company, and I got my powdered kelp from Nimbali, actually, down on Rockingham Road. So you'll find sometimes stock feeders will have this stuff, or a good garden centre will have stuff that you can use. Now they like sweetness as well, so we're going to put in some molasses. My goats have molasses, so I buy it in 20 litre tubs. This has got a little bit liquidy, so I'm going to put double the recipe in here, but normally you would add 10 mils of molasses for 20 litres of water. So we'll put 2 of them in because it got a bit, maybe put 3 in, but don't put 3 in at home, just put in. So any household molasses will be fine if you're not buying it in big tubs like I am. Now with our compost, I estimate about, and it doesn't have to be exact, if you add more, it's not a problem. You probably don't want to add any less, but I've got some lovely compost that I've made here, a little bit that's not broken down, so we'll get rid of that. Now, if I put my compost in here and then I put this in a watering can, all the coarser bits of my compost tend to plug up the watering can. So Beck, if you hold that, we're going to make a compost tea bag. I've got an old bit of muslin here. Sounds like you're very excited about that. Okay, and if I hold the edges, if you want to pour that compost into there. There we go. Whoop. Wrap it up like a little baby. It's like making cheese, isn't it?
Or a Christmas pudding.
Or a Christmas pudding. So what we'll do is we'll tie this end around. You could do that while I hold it. And I'll show you what we're going to do with the other end. So we need this to hang into the water so that it's actually, the compost is getting dispersed through the water. So I tie up one end of it like that, and then I'll drop it in. And I'll tie it here just so it doesn't fly away anywhere. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's now floating in the water of my compost tea. So the next thing I need to do is give it some air. So if you want to stand here and stir it, I'm going to get back to do that for the next 24 hours. Or I use, this is a pond pump, okay? And it aerates the water, it creates nice bubbles, and that's what gets the bacteria going, because we want them to be growing in an aerobic environment with air, not an anaerobic environment. So I'm going to plug that in, hope that it works. There we go. And you can see that's started to bubble away there. You can hear the bore going on as well. All right, so that's compost tea. I stick the lid down on that. Put the recipe there in case any of the neighbours are interested to see what's going on. Put that on top of it. And then we'll wait 24 hours and hopefully tomorrow you can help me put it on the garden. Cool. Sounds exciting. Bye.